So I'm in a new stage of life, and quite frankly, I'm not liking it very much. Closing in on 50 means that I get new glasses with 3 focal points instead of 1. It means that I have to get new shots for diseases that I've never even heard of before. It means that I'm susceptible to new diseases that frankly sound a little scary. It means that I have to have a new diet and exercise regime to help keep the old weight off. It means that even with my children, who are now adults basically, that I need to have new wisdom as to how to interact with them on a daily basis. And yet with all of this newness, there is a sense that my body is still the same old me. In fact, my body is dying. So is yours. And I don't mean to be negative, but it's going to happen to all of us sooner or later. Fortunately for us, the inside of us, the core of who we really are, that part of us that makes us who we are, doesn't have to grow old. Now, I know that your body hasn't got the message that you're not growing old yet. I know that you still feel young in your mind, but it's really our spirits, that part of us that helps us to connect with God, that can be made to come alive and made to be renewed day by day. In fact, 2 Corinthians 4:16 tells us that's exactly what God does. It says this: though our bodies are dying, our spirits are being renewed day by day. Lamentation says that God's mercies are new every single morning. And that's really the kind of God that we serve, one who is able to make each day a fresh adventure, one who's able to make each day this fresh new revelation, one who is able to make each day this fresh awareness again for us that we are loved, that we are forgiven, and that we're restored. God knows that we have these throwaway bodies anyways. As a result of the sin that occurred within us by virtue of us being born, our bodies are never going to survive eternity. The rest of us, however, will, and that's what God is constantly renewing and making new. Sure, we need to take care of our bodies, but more importantly, we need to take care of our spirits by spending time with God through reading of the Word, through prayer, through listening to uplifting music and talking with friends who are going to encourage us in the things of God. We should also allow God to define and develop our character and our integrity and our honesty. We should be loyal and loving and kind and forgiving. And in doing so, the character of Christ is allowed to grow in us, and this brings life to our world-weary spirits. My prayer for you really this week is that you will allow yourself to be renewed, that you'll let God, you'll be very intentional in letting God take and change the very core of who you are, your very being. I know that you won't regret it.